I'm Dr. Darrell Wolf. This is DocStar TV, and today we're doing Practitioner's Corner, and I'm with Lorraine and Alicia. And you know what? They travel with us around the world, and they went on the world tour with us last year. We traveled for a whole year and a half, and we were doing courses all over the world, and I mean all over the world. And I will be going back out on tour in June to Stuart, Florida, where we will be doing a New World Practitioner training, which means we will be doing the Wolf Non-Surgical, which is 9 days, 4 days on, 1 day off, 4 days. It is, if you've been a practitioner and you want to bring your game up, okay, it doesn't matter if you've been doing it for 10, 20, 30 years. I promise you, we will give you a money-back guarantee that we will take you places and we will show you strategies that you are not doing and what you could be doing. But also, just know this, 50% of the people that come to the Whole Life Coach, they've had enough. They've had enough with being enslaved. They've had enough with being on drugs. They've had enough with being depressed. They've had enough, and they know that they could be so much more. And like I said, we give a money-back guarantee for the first 3 days, and the course is 9 days total, 1 day off in between. And then we take a day off at the end, and then we do the Wolf Non-Surgical with Dr. Sage Wolf, which is 12 days with 1 day off. And it is the most powerful body work, as you will learn in a few minutes that our trainings, they rate #1 around the world. They actually do. And also the support that we give you afterwards is unlimited support. Because guess what? If you want to become a practitioner, or you want to stop being a patient and become your own practitioner or the practitioner for your family, you want to stop being a victim in this world, you want to start standing and having an inner standing that it was always about you, and it was always about going inside and finding your authentic self. And here's two ladies that have actually did that. And just know, from Florida, we are actually going to be going to Australia, and then from Australia, we're coming back and we're teaching all these courses in beautiful Ixtapa, Zihuatanejo, which is now the headquarters for Doc of Detox and also Braveheart Nation. How are you doing, Lorraine and Alicia?
I'm doing great.
I'm fantastic, thank you.
And I just wanted to let everybody know that we are doing the pelvic restoration and disease prevention in June after the Wolf Non-Surgical. We have the 3-day masterclass going on. And so that is for Stuart, Florida, Coffs Harbor in August, and the pelvic is beginning of November. So the end of November is when the non-surgical finishes.
30th.
Then we start with the pelvic restoration. So you got 3 more chances to come and do a nice live with a bunch of other women, and where you are going to take the speed course on how to reconnect to that pelvic area, your divine holy grail of healing, absolutely everything in a woman's body.
And did you guys know that right now the holy grail would be for, well, it was a man's prostate and that area? And did you know that prostate and colon cancer is the fastest growing cancers for the male? And for females, it's actually uteral and ovarian cancer, and then breast cancer. So the Holy Grail is, people don't realize it, but it's taken a beating because it's been disrespected in all avenues by all healthcare, because people don't understand the power that pelvis has. But we will talk about that, but let's talk about you guys. So anyways, you've teamed up. You're in Calgary, Alberta, and you're in your new clinic. How's that?
You know what? It's amazing. I feel so blessed to be able to bring this work into Calgary. I mean, I was doing it kind of haphazardly before, because I do have clients that I've been working on, but not with the Cellsonic. I did. When we were in Ixtapa, I've got a lot of experience using the Cellsonic. So bringing this on board into our clinic is just a game changer as far as the healing ability of the body. Because
if I can say something, Lorraine, I don't know if that was the right word, because you never did anything haphazardly. You always did it professionally. What you
did.
did was is you were doing the non-surgical, the perfect day consults, you were doing the breast lifts, the face lifts, the spinal work, the abdominal lift, you were doing helping getting rid of joint pain. You were doing it all. Yeah, it's just that you didn't have the Cellsonic, which, that's all.
Yeah.
So it wasn't haphazard. You've just now brought in the most powerful energy medicine, right?
That's right.
And the
That's right.
space
Okay.
to come to you in one space. Like myself, I was working and traveling to a lot of clients.
Me
So
too.
this actually frees up the time that I can actually help more people if they're able to come to me. And then having the Cellsonic to just be that catalyst to activating the healing that everybody is capable of, and it's just going to get you there faster.
Yeah.
Where are you
And,
guys located in Calgary?
we are in almost pretty much central.
Central Beltline, by Chinook Mall, so it's like 58th Ave and 3rd Street, South.
And
And
what's it
there's
called? And what's it
lots-
called?
The Wellness Hub.
The Wellness Hub. So everybody, it's called the Wellness Hub. Okay, all right.
And it is a private membership. So you do have to buy a one-time fee of $50 to become a member, and then you're set for life. We did a private membership to keep this, to something that we have control of, rather than doing it publicly. Yeah.
Yeah, when you have a private membership, basically you're also putting boundaries on bylaw and government, okay? And understand that. That's why we put together the Indigenous doctorate, so that practitioners could be actually, they could be adopted into Taino tribe, so that they don't have to put up with the government's harassment saying that you can't touch people, you can't do this, you can't do that. And that umbrella protects people, but I can see that, it's a really wise thing to do is have a membership.
Yeah. Yeah. So I started with Dr. Wolf probably about 5 years ago. And I didn't have any aches or pains, but I certainly had a lot of issues in my tissues. And doing the whole life coach was a complete eye opener. I honestly didn't see the programs that I was running. I didn't, until you actually step back, you get quiet, and you look and you watch and see how you have been doing your life. And then you understand, oh yeah, I was doing that. That was me. But it was me. And the whole life coach gave me the tools that I needed to be able to do the inner work, to be able to crack that coconut and really shine that beautiful light that is me. And I am so grateful that I went and did the whole thing. I did 3 classes of the Wolf Non-Surgical and the whole life coach. And it just made my life so much better, so much easier, so much easier. The information.
How about so much funner?
And so much funner, yeah.
Yeah.
So there's so much more life in me that I found. I didn't even know was there. I didn't even know I didn't have it. But it's such a profound difference.
It's that value of the present moment.
Yeah, that's what it is. It is appreciating that present moment and coming back to that present moment. And really, that's the only place that we can change. So we have to come back there if we want changes. And I was determined to become fully in the present moment. And I know I still kind of waver every once in a while. I think that's pretty normal, but it takes me less time to come back here, and I realize it. And coming back is so easy and familiar now that I've been, practicing it for 5.5 years. But I took a lot of different personal development courses. I was so into that because I was looking for something. I remember when I was 40, I did a course, Claim Your Voice, Claim Your Power. And I came out of there figuring out that I had lost my soul at some point. And, you know, going through all these other courses, it was good information, but it still didn't get me connected to this beautiful body. You know, so I love the teachings that we have gotten to get to know here, and how everything is so beautifully brought together and simply brought together so that anyone can understand it. So if you were considering, you know, if you're on the fence about taking any of these courses, I say jump in. It's life changing.
It's an amazing self-discovery process, and I really connected with that. Myself, I started becoming interested in natural health and in particular nutrition when I was about 21. And I studied that because I was like, oh, epigenetics, it's the environment with which your genes are in that determine their expression. And so I was thinking, okay, it's nutrition, it's what you drink. And then I got this wake up of, hey, the invisible is actually more powerful in creating the physical, because it too affects the terrain and therefore gene expression. And then when I stumbled across Doc of Detox, it was actually the products I stumbled across first.
Me
And
too.
then I dug into the library, and I'm like, oh my goodness. Becoming number one at the Art of Number Two, I think, was actually the first one that I watched, and was all about the digestive health, and then also how your gut, the gut brain connection, it actually does influence your thought patterns and your habits. And so I started looking at everything. I went, wow, this just unlocked the door to how to truly achieve health. Because so many people are, oh, natural health doesn't work, herbal medicine doesn't work. Well, it's like a 3-4 part system. You have to actually be incorporating it all to get that growth and true healing, because you can work on just the physical, but if you're not willing to look at your personality and realize that you can change that just as easily as you change your clothes, but it takes coming into the present moment and taking time to respond instead of react. And we all are very programmed for reaction, right? And that's our deeply ingrained dysfunctional belief systems. And so I have also done the courses Whole Life Coach and Wolf Non-Surgical 3 times. And really taking that time to go inside and sit with yourself and with the people that you get to sit with as well. There's a lot of reflection.
Mhm.
And you will see yourself in people, and it just gives you these aha moments of, wow, I have more power than I ever believed that, was possible, and that we all hold the keys to our own health and well-being. We just have to actually go and be like, it's okay to love myself. And that when we do self-care out of self-love, that is what inspires the healing. So we need to be nurturing and honoring and respecting our temple. We are the steward of this human body.
Yeah.
And we individually hold the power to its miraculous capabilities.
Yeah, the body knows how to heal. All we have to do is give it what it needs. And this program gives it what it needs. So right from the Whole Life Coach into the Wolf Non-Surgical, where we're actually using our elbow and very intuitively going in there, opening up the crystallization, calcification scar tissue. And that brings blood flow and lymphatic flow to the area, which is the spark of life. So the spark of life comes back. And I've seen it so many times that, it's incredible every single time.
It's like taking dehydrated beef jerky and rehydrating it. It's totally different. Tissue that is essentially dying has scar tissue.
Yeah. Yeah, so when you can open up, areas in the body of stagnation, and, someone comes in with a walker or a wheelchair or canes and then walks out, and generally it's going to take a few times. And I know when I first started, we didn't have the Cellsonic. We just did it with elbow work, and we got the results. But the Cellsonic is a game changer. Oh my gosh. We go in with the Cellsonic first. We do non-surgical, which is way easier once you've got that love harmonic in there, starting to gently open up things before I even start my work.
And triggering the tissue regeneration and giving back the electrical voltage to assist with what your body's already capable of doing. Because I know with the non-surgical, I had a gentleman that came in and he could not turn his neck to the right, but at like a centimeter. And he did 3 neck treatments and he was turning his neck like completely to the side. He was like, you gave me my life back. He's like, I didn't even really think it was possible, but thank you so much.
Yeah, and it really is reversing the irreversible, because we've been ruled, schooled, and fooled to think that once we get diagnosed with something, that's us for the rest of our life, and it's only going to go downhill.
Our belief systems have been trained, but we can retrain them. And that's really what we work with helping you through the emotional stuff, or you go take this course and you'll just be blown away, actually.
Yeah, I know I was totally blown away that first course. I took it in Kelowna and I was staying at my son's place while they were away on vacation. So it was kind of nice. It was quiet there. But it was about an hour and 10-minute drive. And every time when I was coming home, I was in tears, and it wasn't sad tears. It was just allowing whatever needed to come out, and I didn't care what it was, and I was fine. It wasn't like I was not watching the road. I could still watch the road, but I allowed those tears to come and just flow out. And I felt so great when I was done that Wolf non-surgical and came home. I felt like I had a brand new body, and I was so high on the information. I remember I was invited to a friend's place for some kind of a function. I can't remember what was going on, his birthday or something. And I was talking to my friend and I was so excited about it, telling her about the non-surgical. And someone tapped me on the shoulder and said, hey, would that help this? And I said, you bet it would. And that was my very first person I worked on, and they were somebody who had broken their ankle, and they had been working with a physiotherapist. They had to have pins put in, and they were working with a physiotherapist, and a year later, her ankle and foot is still swollen. I went in and did 1 treatment. She went to her physiotherapist. They did some range of motion, and the physiotherapist said, whatever you did in the last couple of days, keep doing it. And that was the non-surgical. And that's how quickly we get results. We can guarantee this work. If you come and you don't get, at least a 30 to 50% better on that first treatment.
And if you're using this, it can be even better. As I had a gentleman with an arthritic knee that came to see me, and we did the Wolf non-surgical and the Cellsonic, and he called me 2 days later and he's like, you helped my knee. He's like, it's like 80% better. I wish I wasn't going out of town tomorrow. He's like, I should have came and seen you a week sooner.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's coming back when he's back in town to kind of do that last little bit of cleanup. But in one session, he was just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
This is amazing. He's like, but he loves to hike and do stuff, and it was really getting in the way of the activities that he likes to do. So it's truly amazing what your body's capable of, especially with a little assistance. And then of course, you also looking at changing some of those habits and patterns.
Yeah.
Can I say something? First of all, everybody, if you're on Twitter, okay, otherwise X, Rumble, Facebook, YouTube, Telegram, and is there any others, Rafa, again? Remember? That's it. I said them all. You can send your questions in for Alicia and for Lorraine. And you guys are located in the middle, right downtown Calgary, right?
Just south of downtown. If you
South of
consider
downtown. And what's it called again, your place?
the Wellness Hub.
And just know that they'll come on Facebook and they'll answer all the questions from this show, everybody. So you can get personal with them as well. You can get personal right now if you'd like. Ladies, kick it off. Keep going. You're doing great.
Okay.
We're definitely open to traveling to people to
Yes.
do lectures and of course, bring the Cellsonic with us to share more about what we do and give education in the process.
And then if there's any clinics or maybe even a gym who would like to host us, because one of the things is, I mean, this speeds up.
Yes.
If you've been told, if you are, in a sports, whatever sport you're in, and you've got an injury, and they've told you that's it, you're done for the rest of the season.
I had a client
That's
that
not true.
shoulder. I had
It's
a
not
client
true.
that
They
just-
don't know what they're talking about. And
Yeah.
understand something, if you don't mind, ladies, just know this, that most of the trainers out there are wrecking people. And most of the trainers don't understand that every problem is a tendon, muscle, ligament tear. Okay, it's a micro tear. It gets replaced with scar tissue. Scar tissue is not elastic. These two ladies, I don't care what they said to you. Understand something. I've had to sign little private agreements that I'll never say who I work on, but we work on professional athletes, okay, all over the world. We're not allowed to say when we work on them, but, oh, you're going to be out for 6 months. Non-surgical, Cellsonic, they're back on the field. And the reason why these professionals, they don't want anybody else knowing. They don't even want their teammates knowing. How do you like that? It's competition, even with the professional athletes right on the same team. They don't want anybody else knowing about this. But the reality is this. Rami out of Texas, as she's working on sports athletes, children that, because in Texas, everybody's a baseball player or a basketball player, and the families are putting money into these children like crazy. And the reality is the results she's getting, she has, she's booked every week, okay? So understand something, we reverse the irreversible. You don't have to believe in us, but you better believe in your body, and it's not about, we don't do anything except bring the life back into the scar tissue, it then becomes connective tissue because your body does all the healing. Ladies?
Yeah, it really does. I had a client that came in because his shoulder kept popping out and they've told him he needs surgery. He's done 2 non-surgicals plus a Cellsonic, and the day that we did the Cellsonic with it, he messaged me the next day and said, my shoulder feels the best it has since before he injured it, because he's been doing gentle exercise and physio as well. And he was just amazed at how much this kind of sped up the process. And yeah, he's very excited he can feel it's getting stronger. It feels more stable. And that's literally 3 non-surgicals and 1 round of Cellsonic so far.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll come to you.
Yeah.
Just give us a call. You can either call myself at 403-605-9216 or Alicia.
You can call me at 403-863-3366.
And we'll get this moving for you. You schedule a few, if you're well known, we'll do a lecture, bring your people. And then from that, because you're hosting us, we'll make sure you got the best deal. Or it might even, depending on how many people you got there, it might even be free. But we'll make sure we take care of you so that we can also take care of your people.
And this is not just for clinics, it's for people that have larger groups. It could be a church, it could be an organization, it could be, it could be even the local dentist. It doesn't really matter, but let me tell you something. Tell me the people aren't limping. Tell me they're not in pain. Tell me they're not suffering. And then tell me that somebody's giving them a money-back guarantee that they're going to get results on the first non-surgical treatment. Okay, so on the first non-surgical treatment, we'll give you a money-back guarantee, guys. I mean, do you see any other body workers doing that? Well, they really can't. They could, but they might get themselves in trouble. The reality is I've been doing this now since I was 28 years old. Okay, so I'm 66 right now. And I can add up all the people that I've ever given back their money. And it's not because I wouldn't do it. It's because they didn't ask for it. Because once you understand the calcification, scar tissue formation, or crystallization problem, and we can reverse all three of those. You heard what I said. And you know what? People out there like corporations and other people in the health field don't like the way I talk, but they can't do anything about it. They'd like to, they've tried, but the reality is the truth. As long as I'm telling the truth, okay, even if the truth stings to some people, we're still going to tell it, aren't we? Okay?
That's
Lorraine?
right. That's right. So yeah, we're ready to take this Cell Sonic wherever you are. And so take advantage of it. You know, we're excited. We know what we're doing, and
You can also check us out online at wellnesshubyYC.com, and you're able to both join for the private membership and book appointments with either one of us as well
yeah,
here at location.
yeah.
That's wonderful. Do you have phone numbers?
We can do them again, yeah.
Mine is 403-605-9216. I do have a website too, truewellnesstherapy.com. Bits and pieces, it's still in the works, but I know it's up there.
And then my phone number is 403-863-3366. Please call me with any questions. I love phone calls.
Yeah, and both of us are master practitioners and trainers. So we can do the pelvic restoration and disease prevention masterclass. We still haven't set a date, but we need to set a date for the Wellness Hub. And if you're a women's group too, and you want to do a 3-day retreat with a bunch of ladies, and you're able to host that, we'd love to come there too.
Yeah, we would.
You know, and
Also, Lorraine, you're also planning to do a Braveheart Health and Healing Circle, right?
that's the one. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there's two things that they do, a Braveheart Health and Healing Circle, and these aren't long courses. These are master classes. Lorraine will explain the difference between the two. Well, Alicia and Lorraine. Take it away, guys.
Okay, so the healing circle is more about really having a glimpse at more of a glimpse at what we do at the Wolf with the whole life coach.
It's the short form of the whole life coach to get you connected with that self-love, self-healing, and give you the roadmap to really empower your own personal journey, right? So it's going to get you more connected with just everything you need to know, and you get the benefit of the healing circle, because we do healing circles within the whole life coach. It's really one of the most powerful parts.
Yeah,
I think, or they were for me anyway. And then the pelvic restoration and disease prevention is really about us as women getting connected with our sacred feminine energy and how it supports our healing and our well-being, and allowing ourselves to love our divine feminine and not judge ourselves.
yeah. As women, men too.
Or allow other people to judge you.
Yes.
Exactly.
Taking personally the quote unquote judgments of others.
Yeah, we don't have to take any of that.
Yeah, and connecting to yourself in a totally new way, and then learning how to support the health of that area without having to cut, burn, or poison yourself, right?
Yeah.
Because that's not necessary.
And you know, women, we do not have to suffer. We do not have to be in pain. This could end today. Let's get the tools you need. Let's take a deep dive into what can be done. And that's what this masterclass gives you. And in 3 days, you will notice the difference. Now, will it cure everything in 3 days? You know, if you had incontinence, yeah, I've seen that done in 3 days. But there's other, like if you had a tumor or fibroid or cyst, you need a little bit more work than just 3 days.
You're gonna learn the tools to move out the garbage that your body has stored up from both your emotional traumas, but then also physical ones that actually are a byproduct of our emotional imbalances. So
yeah, everything starts with the thought. We get issues in our tissues from the thoughts that create the trauma that end up.
And if I can come in here, I've been doing this probably longer than most. And the reality is is you're not going to get any answers from the medical system. They're not going to empower you. They're going to cut, poison, or burn. I know you've heard that before, and I'm not trying to tear them down. They're great at emergencies. They're also great at creating emergencies. So just know that. And the reality is you can heal anything in that pelvic area, and they're not telling you the truth because they don't know the truth. It doesn't make them bad. It just makes them working from a very corrupt and bad system. Ladies?
Yeah, I did a little one a day yesterday on vaginal dryness, and it said it was uncurable. It was uncurable because it was age related. And I thought, no way, no way, no.
It's
a lie.
cellular dysfunction related, which you can restore function if you look into what your body actually needs to function, because our medical system likes to look at suppressing the symptom so that it's gone, but it's not gone, it's still there. It works way back.
Big Pharma has a chokehold on the medical system. It's not really the medical system. The medical system does everything that Big Daddy says. So let's understand that it's Big Pharma that's actually, they control everything. And they're the ones that said that vaginal dryness cannot be cured because they've got a drug that is going to not turn it around, but it will help to suppress the pain. That's about it. It's always about pain. Yeah. It's always about running from pain, and pain is a GPS. And if you women understood that the more pain you have, the more infected you are here first and then here, because this here controls all of this, your decision making.
Your thoughts trigger biochemistry, but like hormones, they trigger hormonal reactions within the body that affects your chemistry, and that in turn affects your blood pH, which really determines what bacteria are going to grow and what ones are not. So if we have an acidic environment, then you're going to be breeding infection and opportunistic bacteria and unwanted guests we call parasites. If you look at being able to, that you can influence that environment through learning how to take yourself from a stress state to a state of healing, which is the parasympathetic, then we can begin to affect that internal terrain from that emotional standpoint. And then we can give the body the high frequency nutraceuticals and support it needs nutritionally, because unfortunately, unless you're making a conscious effort to nourish yourself, you are being poisoned, because that's how the system has been set up. We've been set up.
Yeah, we are not able to nourish our body like we did 50, 75 years ago. Absolutely not.
Simply with diet. We need,
can't.
Yeah, we need to support the body.
Our world is too toxic.
What is the most efficient way for a woman to nourish herself? Oh my gosh, let's see. This is a trick question. There it is. Say it again.
Vaginal infusion.
Okay, can you ladies talk about that? Because this is the thunder, isn't it?
It is. The vaginal infusion is the thing that is going to reverse all the toxicity in that pelvic area. It's going to restore the tissues back to health. When you do nutraceuticals from the bottom up, they work about 65% more effective than from the top down.
So you go top down, you got stomach acid.
Well, you got to go through the digestion, and in that you lose some of the effectiveness of whatever it is that you're taking. So this is the best way to get things healthy again, is doing that vaginal infusion.
It's gonna put the fire out.
And then
vaginal, if I can say this, vaginal infusion is 500% stronger than oral.
There you go.
So you absorb 15% usually, on average, maybe some more, some less, nutritionally when you go this way. Now, it's better if you use nutraceuticals, but most people are just doing supplementation. But when you do it vaginally, you're looking at a 500% increase. Okay?
Amazing. And I know I even last week, I burnt the candle at both ends a couple of days. We did our lecture on Friday. I made sure I upped absolutely all my nutraceuticals. I did coffee enema. I was doing vaginal infusions. And then Saturday, my body said, you need to rest. And pretty much Saturday, I was in bed most of the day. and Sunday half the day, but still taking the nutraceuticals, doing the vaginal infusions. And, you know, I felt 100% better by Monday, you know, and most people would have gone down with that. I'm 66 and I'm not a spring chicken, but I know my body.
When our body goes into expression, right, we need to learn or know how to support the body through that. And it can be actually quite a quick process, like
Yeah.
you experience, where people go, oh, I got the flu and I'm sick for a week or two. It's because, because we're not supporting our body through it. If anything, lots of people reach for over-the-counter medications, which are suppressing the mechanism, which is your body actually trying to eliminate toxins that you've accumulated. And sometimes it's stress, because that's actually toxic to your body.
And people aren't actually getting stressed. I mean, sick. There's no such thing as sickness. People are actually, when they're in bed, whether they're throwing up, they got diarrhea, they got a fever, they got pains all over the place, they got whatever the case may be, whatever the symptom may be, it's called wellness. So everything is backwards, okay?
Yeah.
All right, everything is backwards. And the reality is if you, it's all about training, and the most important thing that needs to be trained is your mind, okay? And that's the most important thing. And people don't really like to hear this, but I don't get sick. I'll never have a disease. Disease does not fit in my belief system. Colds and flus do not fit in my belief system. I can be in a room and I don't care. You can all just sneeze and fart and do whatever you want, because a virus is dead. And guess what? If you want to believe that it's alive and it's deadly, you go right ahead. And when you do, it's all epigenetics. You created that. Everything I have in my life, okay? Moving down here to Ixtapa, Zihuatanejo, opening up the 5-star retreat. Okay, I'm getting a huge place right in the jungle here to live. You know, everything I want, I have. I don't focus on what I don't want. So you go ahead and focus that you don't want a cold and a flu, you'll have it. Okay? You know, I don't want the diseases that my parents have. I don't want you're gonna have it. You know, you need to focus on what you want in your life. We have some questions and some replies here, ladies. Edward says, hello. Hello, Edward. Rebecca says, I've been following Dr. Wolf's program and no longer have enlarged ovaries. My ovarian cysts have gone away. No more fibroids. I still have one polyp in my uterus. That's it. Well, just know this. It's not vaginal infusion once, it's twice a day. And maybe these ladies would like to say something about a polyp, but I hope you know a polyp is like a mushroom, and it's actually like a wart. So you've got like a wart in your vagina, and the reason why you get it is because there was tissue contamination and rotting inside your vagina. And so you've got to bring up the vibration high enough that no wart can live there, because a wart is low vibrational. And if you've got a polyp, that means that you're going to have bad bacteria, you're going to have fungus, and you're also going to have some type of maybe form of worms. And if they're not in the vagina, they would actually be in the large intestine. So hit it with the vaginal infusion at least twice a day if you can do it, and then at least doing the ultimate coffee enema, black gold, and the daily cleansing tea. Ladies, do you have anything to add to that?
I think you summed it up really good, Daryl. One thing you can be doing.
I'm more than a woman.
You are more than a woman.
A woman.
The ultimate coffee enema is so important because she needs to decongest that liver, because the polyp itself ends up being a garbage pile the body has created because there's congestion and that gut microbiome is not happy.
Yeah, exactly.
So everything that you said is what's going to help actually bring that balance back and put the fire out.
So you can find the exact recipe on how to do the vaginal infusion. If you downloaded the Perfect Day Manual, the free Perfect Day Manual, so you go to pdgfree.com and download the Perfect Day Manual. And the information on how to do the vaginal infusion is in there. The information on the ultimate coffee enema is there. And one thing
everything is there.
Everything's there. Everything. This is going to take you from victim to hero and from patient to practitioner for yourself first and then your family. This is such an amazing gift that we've been able to give you guys. You know, start looking at it, start doing it, and really lock in. And if you need help, then coming and asking for one of us to do a perfect day consultation would be great. Both Alicia and I do lots of different consultations, the perfect day consultation, the water fast, the emotional, the pelvic. We do them all.
Yeah.
You know, so if you need help, reach out.
And
this
also, don't forget, I don't think you mentioned it, but the natural facelift, right?
Yes, yeah. The non-surgical facelift is amazing, amazing. Yeah.
Wrinkles are scar tissue. We can
Yeah.
bring that blood flow and that youth back to the tissues that have been cut off of the nutrients and oxygen and the ability to get rid of the wastes. So it is amazing what it can do to get rid of those fine
Swollen
lines.
lymph nodes, jowls, double chin, non-surgical, cell sonic. Take a picture before, take a picture after, and blow your mind. Okay, that's all that's all I can say about that.
You know what? I'll find the picture of the one that was done for me, and I'll stick it up underneath in the comments so you guys can see.
No, Lorraine, don't do that. You're going to scare people away.
I don't know. I think it's a pretty good picture. I'm going to put it up anyways.
Okay, fine, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
And definitely, you know, if you are out there and you are looking for someone to come and do a lecture to educate, we'll come. We'll bring the cell sonic. We'll do a few treatments. You know, we are so excited to bring this information out to Calgary and area. Let us know where you are.
And also, everybody, just so you know, I'm only trying to help you guys here for a second so you don't forget. They'll also do a Zoom call if you've got a group of people, just to show you what they're going to talk about, what they're going to do when they do come. So don't hesitate to do it up and personal, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So you can get in touch of either one of us to get rid of all the stuff you don't want to have in your body anymore.
No, get in touch with them, but get rid of Lorraine's picture. Okay, got it. Okay. So Felicia says, I have tears of realization. That's beautiful. Sonia says, I can't wait to try the Cell Sonic and get some non-surgical work done, preparing my body for it daily. I have gained lots of beef jerky in my tissues over my life. Gayleen says, full love and hearts to everyone. And, Rhonda, would you travel to Saskatchewan? I don't think they'll let you into Saskatchewan, will they, Lorraine?
Yeah. They still let me in
Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
All right. So, Lorraine, why don't you, Jennifer, why don't you look on Facebook? I think she's on Facebook. If not, why don't you give Jennifer your phone number again, Alicia and Lorraine, and then she'll get in touch with one of you.
You bet. We'd be so willing to come to you. My phone number is 403-605-9216.
And mine's 403-863-3366.
Yeah.
And Jennifer says, hi, Alicia.
Hi.
Sorry, Lorraine, she didn't say hi to you. Okay, that's it.
Okay.
All right. And Azra, how much you charge? I am from Pakistan. We are already on. Well, if you want to give me a call, and then if it's about you guys, I'll pass it on. But if you want to give me a call at 469-861-8884, I do answer all my calls on WhatsApp, or you can call the 800 number, 855-900-4544, extension 5, anywhere around the world. And, or you can call me on FaceTime on the 469-861-8884 as well. Let me see here. Alicia said, your body knows when you need rest. To heal, it knows what to do. If you ignore it, you will pay. Norma, can you heal a prolapse? Okay, well, I'll say a little bit, but remember something. What a prolapse is, just so you know, even if it's a prolapsed uterus, it's not the uterus that prolapsed. If it's a prolapsed bladder, it's not the bladder that prolapsed. Okay, it's actually the transverse colon is falling down, and when it falls down, it puts pressure on the small intestine, which pushes down on the bladder, pushes down on the uterus. How about this? With their non-surgical, first what they would do in this case, okay, is they would actually go in and they would do non-surgical right on the transverse colon. And whether you believe this or not, transverse colon is supposed to be right under the ribs. Guess what, everyone? Some people it's down by their belly button, and some people it's under their belly button, and some people it hangs down over their belt. The large intestine is actually fallen down and out. So what do you think? And then that extra weight pushing down. And remember something, the transverse colon's up here, right? So you got your cecum here. You got ascending colon, and then it goes across, and then descending, and then comes down sigmoid rectum out. But guess what? When it falls down like this, look at this. It's got to climb up, go around the tight corner, okay, like a racetrack, go down to Death Valley, and then climb back up, go around a tight corner, come down the descending, come around the sigmoid. That's the waist. And it gets held here and it rots. So it's toxic waste, it's toxic pressure, and it's weight pressure because everything's falling down. And then, so they'll go in and do the non-surgical. And then what else would you do, Lorraine and Alicia?
Cell-sonic, you
Cell-sonic
bet.
that assist with that tissue regeneration and bring the support back to the tissues that have been under way too much pressure.
So that,
And you would, and probably teach pelvic squats, vaginal infusion, ultimate coffee enema, and
You bet.
the whole plant-based keto diet, right?
yeah, exactly. We know how to help you help yourself.
Yeah, that's what
Okay.
it is.
Where are you ladies located? Okay?
If you know Calgary, we're very close to Chinook Mall. We're on 58th Ave and 3rd Street Southeast. So it's literally the north side of Chinook, but on the east side of McLeod Trail.
And we've got a huge parking lot, and we are on the side of the building,
The west side of the
west side
building.
of the building, yeah.
Okay, so here's one for you. This is Shauna. Shauna she's in Quebec, okay? And she has a beautiful clinic, okay? And it's called Quantum Healing Waterfront Lounge EE system, okay? But what she had another beautiful duel, and that was Shalou and Kathy just went last weekend with their Cell-sonic there, and she says, "Hi, Wolfie." There you go, Wolfie. It sounds good to me. Shauna here from Quebec, Quantum Healing Waterfront Lounge, EE system. Love you all. We loved having Shalou at our center. Excited for her to come back. So excited for our collaboration. I need everyone to understand something. You bring on these New World practitioners, Lorraine and Alicia, to come to your clinic and see, we're not in competition, are we? We should never be in competition. Natural health people should never be in competition. You know, what if we actually organized and strategized? That's what we call Braveheart Nation. That's why we're bringing out the Braveheart Nation app. It's because we're going to bring on every natural health practitioner that wants to work with us. Just like you don't have to take any of my courses to actually sell our products, or to come on, even to come on our weekly 2-hour training that I do for all my practitioners. If you're a practitioner, you can come on and just bop on in and see how we groove, because we would love to share with you. We're never going to hold anything back from our patients. We're never going to hold anything back from any other practitioner. And understand something. If you've got a clinic out there where you're a chiropractor, naturopathic, okay, acupuncture, okay, oh, you know what? Maybe you even just sell really good water. Maybe you just, not just, but maybe you have organic, whole plant-based cooking. I don't know. Whatever it is, because what we'll do If we come to you, okay, that's helping us. We will promote you. And understand something, everyone. When somebody goes on a tour, okay, and they do Wolf Non-Surgical and Cellsonic, you go to bhnpowerpack.com. You'll see everybody that owns a Cellsonic around the world, who we've trained. And guess what? We'll put your name up there, where they're going to actually to do the non-surgical, to do the Cellsonic. We'll help to promote your clinic. It doesn't matter what you do. We're going to help you. There's everybody doing everything, whether it's reflexology or shiatsu, or it could even be like Lorraine said, it could be like a gym, or it could be like a karate center. It really doesn't matter, but just remember, anybody that does karate or anything really physical, they got more beef jerky than you want to shake a stick at. And why wouldn't you want full range of motion with every joint in your body? Okay? What do you think, ladies?
Awesome.
I think that says it.
We're ready for a road trip.
Yeah.
So Jennifer says, that's what I call you in my family, Wolfie. Oh, there you go. All right. Sounds good to me. I'm good with it. I really am. I wasn't kidding. It sounds great. Let me see here. Yes, Felicia says, the Berry Bombshells. So Shalou and Kathy call themselves the Berry Bombshells because they're from Barrie. So what are you guys going to be from Calgary? The Cowgirls? I don't think so. Maybe something else?
Well, there's a Calgary Stampede.
There is, yeah.
You know, maybe we're the Stampeders.
Oh, the Stampeders. There it is. Okay, all right. So if you call them up, you got to go, I'm looking for the Stampeders. Okay?
Yeah.
And there was a band called the Stampeders, right? And they were from Calgary. Did you ever listen to them, Lorraine?
Probably. I'm pretty sure I did, yes.
Oh, just stop it, Alicia, okay? All right, we're older than you, okay? I get it, okay? I actually saw the Stampeders in Newfoundland. St. John's, Newfoundland, okay? All right? Anyways, that was a while ago. Okay, I was like 12 years old and freaking out. It was cool. Okay, let me see. Shauna says, absolutely. Felicia says, we all light each other up. Hey, listen, that's what it's all about, okay?
Yeah.
It's about family. You know, like I say to people, whether you like it or not, okay, we're going to love you anyway. Okay, all right. Lift, that's great. Health and healing for scalp and hair. Okay, well, guess what? Health and healing for scalp and hair. The first thing is always what you do. You take a skin brush. Okay, you take a skin brush. We have a natural skin brush. We sell it. This is made out of hemp. This is made out of cactus fiber. And what you do is you first take it like this and you vibrate it really quick. You don't move it back and forth. You vibrate it like this. Just do this. Really do this. Man, I'll tell you, if you got dandruff, you won't anymore. And anyways, you vibrate it all over the head. After you vibrate that all over the head, then what you do is you get your clapper. Let me see where my clapper is. You ladies have a clapper there? I don't know where mine went to.
Mine's at home because
Yeah, me too.
Okay,
You could use your hand.
Carla,
It's easier.
where's my, or do you see the clapper? Oh, right there. Can that stay here, please? Thank you. All right, so you're gonna vibrate all over your scalp like that. Then you're gonna clap. You're gonna clap like this. You're not right off the bat, but this is, I clap my shoulders, my neck, my face for an hour to an hour and 20 minutes every second night. I really do. It's not, and I do it because you've never had anything make you feel better when it comes to stress and tension. And I always like to take on more than I can chew because I say to myself, I can be more tomorrow than I was today because I am a spirit being. I was created by God and I'm gonna act like it, okay? So what you do is you take the clapper. I'll just show you for a second, but I do my whole scalp. I do my face, my neck, everywhere, but just if you're doing your scalp, and you do it that hard, at the beginning you're not gonna, because your subconscious is gonna say that's abusive, even though we abuse ourselves every day with our lifestyle, go figure. But this is abusive, it isn't. Then you got all that with skin brush. Then you did the clapping. And then you can use Hair Restore and you can put Hair Restore in there on the areas. And if it's not because of a hair problem, then what you want to do is you want to use what's called Muscle Restore, because Muscle Restore is for tissue healing and for circulation. And the other thing is, if you ever get yourself an Avicen, which we have a big sale coming on, everyone, where we're going to be getting rid of 20 Avicens in Canada, 20 in the United States, and we're going to give $1,000 credit the moment you buy it, and you can go on a $1,000 shopping spree. I kid you not. We've never done it before. It's going to happen in 2 weeks. Right now we have our crystal sale on, but that will be happening. But Avicen will increase the circulation in your scalp by 66%, which is double of anything else that's on the market for energy medicine. Okay, that's that. Oh, look at Shauna says, oh, love that, the Stampeders. See, she knows. See, okay, all right, so Lorraine and Alicia, Shauna's cool, okay? Don't forget that, okay? She's cool. All right, let me see. Let me get back over here and see what else we got. Oh, okay, so guys, it's not the Stampeders, it's the Cowgirl Stampeders, okay? I don't know if you like that. All right, let me see here. Thank you all, Norma, for answering my questions about prolapse. We'll get in touch with the ladies. There you go. Alicia says, I'm a cheerleader. I'm sure you are, love. Can you do non-surgical and cell sonic on the scalp? Oh my gosh, yes. But listen, I just gave you everything that wasn't going to cost money. If I always say, do non-surgical, do cell sonic, then people, they actually will come and attack me, eh, Lorraine? Won't they? Yeah. Oh my God, there he is. He's just trying to sell his stuff. But if you were to do, if you were to go in there, and what I would do differently on the scalp is I'd do Wolf non-surgical first, and you know, you're doing just a little millimeter to do the whole scalp. You go in gentle, it's not painful. It takes almost an hour. It takes 40 to 45 minutes. And after you do that, you go in with the cell sonic. You've never seen anything like it. You want to see people that you do the occiput area and do the cell sonic, and you can kiss a concussion goodbye. I don't care if it's 10, 20, 30 years old. And if we don't get, we'll get at least 70, 80, 90% of it the first time. The next time we'll get it all, won't we? We will, won't we, guys? That's it. And I don't care how many people you went to, how many people told you that they couldn't do it. It doesn't matter. It's going to get done by these ladies. Okay? Is the credit with the Avicen also for Europe, Daryl? It's for anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world. Love all the humor. Hey, listen, this is a serious show, okay? All right. We have one. Okay. So this one's for Lorraine. Okay? Lorraine, I have an ovarian cyst, okay? It's about 3 times the size of a pea. If I come to see you, what will you do for me? Go ahead.
Definitely, we'd want to get into that pelvic area and do a pelvic opening with the non-surgical. Obviously, we're going to do the cell sonic first on probably both cysts, both ovaries, because usually what's happening in one ovary, the other one's not too far behind because they're sisters. So we would cell sonic both ovaries and do that pelvic opening. With clearance. Pelvic clearance with the non-surgical, and then finish off with a little bit more cell sonic just to set that love harmonic in there and make it solid to speed up the healing and get rid of that little bit 3 times as big as a pea.
Likely set you up with vaginal infusions.
Yes, and set you up with the vaginal infusions and probably the ultimate coffee enemas too, because you don't have a cyst, which is a bag of pus, happening without having that manure pile in the pelvic area. So we've got to get the large intestine functioning properly. Mm-hmm. So maybe set you up with at least the daily cleansing tea, the black gold, the black diamond.
And if you're on the move, the daily cleansing tea caps. Okay, Alicia, you want to take this one? I've been going to a chiropractor now for 5 years. I have sciatica pain. Sometimes I go twice a week.
Well, I would say that you need some non-surgical for sure on the lower back, potentially the whole spine. I already had a client that had low back issues, and once we worked her whole spine, she actually saw her biggest difference. But for her, it was a similar, maybe a little longer, 8-year standing issue. And then when we got the Cellsonic, she came in for that, and it's just been progressively getting better. If you're having issues in the sciatic, depending if it's your left or right side, it's still kind of, it comes down to that manure pile issue as well, because you're going to have inflammation and scar tissue and crystallization building up there, pinching that nerve because there is a dysfunction with the large intestine. So there will be some things, perhaps looking at the ultimate coffee enema, perhaps some little nutritional add-ins as well. But you will get relief just from doing non-surgical.
And then too, you know, doing the pelvic expander.
Yes, that
You know,
helps
you can
Or
go.
pelvic squats.
Yes, pelvic squats for sure.
to keep that area open.
Yeah, to open up that area and unlock everything and bring that fluidity back to the area.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you. All right, ladies, what would you like to leave everybody with?
This is the most powerful, exciting, life-changing in the best way.
Work you'll ever experience.
There's nothing out there better. And the more I do it, the more I see the miracles. It's a knowing that this works. And all you got to do is just come and have one treatment and you will know also.
You'll feel the magic, and you can find us at wellnesshubyc.com. You can reach me at 403-863-3366.
And you can reach me at 403-605-9216.
Yeah,
Yeah.
come discover the power of your own body,
Yeah.
basically,
Yeah.
and get the roadmap for maintaining and just thriving with your health.
We're going to help educate you. We're going to set you in the right direction so that you can go from victim to hero.
And be trained, not just treated.
Yeah. Yeah. Not just and mistreated.
Yeah, and mistreated. But
Not by us.
say if you're going to a chiropractor twice a week for 5 years, you're being treated, but you're not necessarily being trained on addressing the root cause of why that issue is there.
And that's what we do is we get down to that root cause. We get that cleaned up, you know, one way, shape, form, and you get that spark of life, and that gives you your quality of life back. And isn't that what we all want? I want to be 90 cutting my grass if that's what I want to do, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
great.
for youthful aging.
Yeah. So thank you very much for jumping in and asking the questions. And both of us will check out the questions under this afterwards and put our little 2 cents in there.
Absolutely.
And just know they'll also be coming on bhnpowerpack.com, bhnpowerpack.com. And if you go to BHN Powerpack, if you lose any of their information, they're up in bhnpowerpack.com. And also, they will come back maybe in about 3 weeks and we'll find out what's going on with these two in Calgary. All right, and we'll find out if they actually have got it together and they're going to be doing their pelvic course, the 3-day masterclass, or the Braveheart Health and Healing Circle. And we'll find out, won't we?
Yeah,
You bet. You bet.
And you ladies, you don't mind answering questions for people on Facebook today, would you? If they have questions?
We'll both check it out. You bet.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining me.
Thank
Well,
you.
It's been a pleasure. It always is a pleasure. All right?
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Goodbye, cowgirl stampeders. All right, everyone. Thanks for joining us. And this is called Practitioner's Corner. And I really want everybody to understand something. You can call me and talk to me and chat to me just as you can do with these two ladies, you know. Believe it or not, we're all the same, okay? We're all the same, okay? You just have to call. Never say, I don't want to bother you. You know, if I can't talk to you or they can't talk to you, they're going to say, I'm going to call you back, or they're going to tell you when to call back. But just know this, that we welcome your calls. And the reality is when it comes to practitioners, especially in the healthcare system, you're taught you can't call them. You're taught you can't bother them. Well, you're not a bother. Your questions matter. You matter. And understand something. We have lots of different personal treatment and trainings. People come down here to Ixtapa, Zihuatanejo just for a getaway to our health and healing retreat, or they come down to actually do the couples connection where it's a training and treatment where they get treated, Wolf non-surgical, Cellsonic, cardio med bed, all the energy medicine that we have, fresh organic juicing. If they want fresh seafood every day, they can have it. There's a structured saltwater pool in the backyard. They have this most beautiful home that they can stay in. And I'm going to say something, you know, and the place that we have, if you were to go on Airbnb and actually rent a place like this, it would cost you about $1,500 to $1,600 a night. And what we're charging right now is approximately $250 a night per couple, right? It will actually hold 3 different couples, but you can come on your own. When we have like 3 different couples, that's because 3 couples come together. We just had a family of 7 come. You know, we have another family coming all the way over from Europe. They're flying here from, not Europe, Spain. Correct yourself. I have another couple coming from United States. They're coming to learn how to do the Wolf non-surgical on each other. They're going to come down and they're going to be doing the perfect day diet. We also have electric bicycles. There's like 75 kilometers out there, about 50 miles of bicycle trails, beautiful trails. It is so safe, so peaceful, so beautiful here. There's so much to do. Go check it out at dod5star.com, okay? dod5star.com, and you can check us out there and give me a call. And what we do is, understand this, we build you the holiday, whether you're coming down. You may just want to get away and all you want to do is eat organic and eat the best foods and chill out and maybe get a few treatments. Or maybe you want to come down and learn the Wolf non-surgical so you can become the practitioner for yourself and your family, okay? All right? Or maybe you just want to come down and do a juice fast, organic juice fast. Maybe you want to do an advanced water fast. It really doesn't matter. Remember something, the one thing that we do want you leaving and saying is this: oh, what a healing, oh, what a holiday, okay? And like I said, we will be in Florida in June doing the Wolf non-surgical certification, 9 days. Whole life coach is, 12 days for the Wolf non-surgical, 9 days for the whole life coach, and 3 days for the master class. Then we're off to Australia, and I'll be there for approximately 5 weeks. I'm traveling through Australia doing lectures. I'll also be doing 2 lectures in Florida as well, one called Reverse the Irreversible, the other one called A Day with the Doc. And I'll be doing those throughout Australia for 5 weeks, plus teaching the New World Practitioner course. Lorraine will also be following me with Simran, and they'll be doing the pelvic restoration course there. We have Greece on the back burner. We may be doing that in September. We'll let you know. But then we'll be back here in Ixtapa. We will be doing 3 trainings a year in Ixtapa, and we'll be doing 2 in Texas. So that'll be our United States because we have a fulfillment center that we're opening up in United States. And the reason why we had to open up our own fulfillment center is because everybody jumped on board with this jamming everybody for pricing. We brought our pricing down with all our courses. We did by 35-40%. Because guess what? Because I need to keep my courses going. We can't stop this show just because they're going to interrupt it. And right now, people are freaked out about money. So we also we're shutting down 3 fulfillment centers. Other people fulfill our products. We're going to fulfill our own products in Texas, so we don't have to jam our prices up, and we're going to leave them where they're at. Okay, so we're going to try to hold the line as much as we can, and just know that I truly will. And as far as myself, I really need you to get to know this, that all I want you to do is have the best life ever. I want you to have the life that they promised you and they lied to you, okay? I want to try to make a promise to you that if you decide you want to go from patient to practitioner, if you want to go from victim to hero, we can take you there, okay? But you're going to have to be worth something. Are you worth something? Okay? You should be worth everything. You should be loving and caring for yourself and filling up your heart and learning how to stay in the present moment. It's the only place you can heal. It's the only place you can create. And it's the only place that you can truly experience life. Just know this, everyone. 3, 2, 1. We're stronger when we come together. God bless everyone.